Stock market, S&P 500. See the big picture projections on the stock market that I'm going to bring. Not only what I'm going to do right now, all you have to do is sign up free for the Wealth 365 Summit. Here is the information. I'm going to present the U.S. stock market through year end and beyond, and that's Wednesday the 12th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. All you have to do is sign up for the free link on this posting or that we send you in your email if you're a member. There are 50 great speakers in 6 days starting on Monday, and I speak again on Wednesday the 10th, the 12th, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. You want to see my big picture analysis on the stock market? It's been incredibly good this year, and I think we're going to remain that way for the rest of the year into the beginning of next year. So you're going to want to see that. So please do use the link that we're going to put on the posting here on YouTube or on social media, or if you're a member, we're going to send it to you in email. All right, stock market, SPY, intermediate view, 1 to 3 months. And you'll be able to see the full analysis if you use our stock index daily snapshot, SIR daily snapshot, for all the full analysis on all the charts that we present and all of our momentum indicators. So I want to make sure that you do go to sign up for our special, which I'll show you in a couple of minutes. So this is the stock market looking at SPY. All right, this is the SPY chart. I know it's busy. A lot of you that are new maybe would say, wow, how do you read that? Well, I'm going to show you right now. What you see on the bottom here are cycle brackets. These are the energetic movements in the markets. It's essentially money flows. And we do this kind of work with observational, visual type of analysis. And down on the bottom here, these cycle brackets are not really the cycles. They are just the energies that we look at. And you can see how the cycles actually set up right in here. This dash line we just put in here new, and this is per Katie's analysis that identified a 36-week cycle in there that actually bottoms out over here in this first quarter, late in the first quarter, like we believe these other ones do also. These yellow ovals in here are periods of greatest risk, and there's another one out over here in the first quarter of next year. Let's take a closer look in here at what we were looking at. First of all, I want you to see this cycle in here and nested area. In other words, there are two cycles coming down in here that brought this big selling back over here last February. We had another one right in here. We thought that this would fail and then move down into this time frame. And you can see what's going on now is that there's a bottoming right in here that we believe is happening. And that bottoming process is likely to cause a rally to come in here as these energies in here begin to give you an upward bias. In other words, we think that it's getting sold out in here. Now, the support in here is at 357 on the SPY. We're looking at a weekly SPY right now. And if it would come down here and tickle out this support right now, it wouldn't be that horrible. It would just be part of what we think is a bottoming process. If it would do it further out over here in time, that would be big trouble for the stock market, because once this rallies in here and then breaks down under that level again, we will be entering into this final, what I think final for this bear move, and with a ton of risk, and it could go much, much lower. So for the intermediate term, and let me just blow this up again a little bit more that you can see it in here, what we're looking for is this bottoming process going on. This inverted hammer or shooting star over here does happen at bottoms often, where the buyers come in, they get disappointed, they spit it out, and the buyers come back in over here, and that could certainly happen. So we expect that this is kind of a choppy period in here and begin to get some rallies. We had all along, even way at the beginning of the year when we did our January show, talked about the big risks being down in through the third quarter. And when we did our intermediate analysis, we thought it was risk out into early October. And then you get into a period of rebound in here. So this is now remember, we're looking at 1 to 3 months in here. So what we want to look at is, what is the minor cycle in here and how high could it likely get up here? Well, being that it already got up to about close to 380, this first resistance here at 385, I would doubt that that would hold once they did start to rally. Probably more in this area of the middle of this resistance at 394 to about 396 would be what would stop this first upward thrust that we would likely getting in here, this impulse period, and then get a pullback over here into December. We talked about weakness into December. There are a lot of stocks that have weakness into December. And we think if this rally came, the sell-off would not take out a new low. That would mean that we think we're making the lows for this year now. Then there'd be another rally out over here based on the minor cycle, which take you up maybe to about 410. Now, if this rally came and this sell-off came and broke 357, then this projection would be much lower. That would not go to a new high. The likelihood of that would be very small. So the key is, how high does this get? Right now, we'll say 394, 397 is kind of likely where it gets out over here into November, and then a pullback that does not make a new low. This is the greatest likelihood. And then one more attempt out over here into the beginning of the year that may get it up as high as 410. That would be I think a reasonable place to be looking for a major failure if it did act that way. And then giant risk out over here, February and March of next year, where we think that there will be another free fall like this or worse in that time frame. It could easily go from around 410 to 350 or 320. So we'll have to see how this sets up first to be able to project out over here. Right now, as I said, for the intermediate term, we're looking for a bottoming, an attempted rally up here, maybe 394, 397, a pullback, another rally in here into the beginning of next year. That's really our 1 to 3 month view on the stock market, S&P 500. So we think that people have capitulated. We think that the buyers are likely to be coming back into the market, and that would be another attempted rally like the 5th or 6th that we've seen in this bear market before the final big move to the downside we think then comes. So that's it for our look at the SPY. Remember that you can get our full analysis, all of our charts, weekly, daily, intraday charts, all of our momentum indicators every single day, updated to you, for you, and for your trading. This is great for active traders in the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. All you have to do is give us a try. This is the last 3 days. It ends on Sunday, this $10 deal, special deal. It's unbelievable that you get all that for $19.95 anyway, or $45 for 3 months. Try us out if you've never done that before. If you're a free member, then step up to level 1. You'll be able to upgrade for just $10. You'll get the stock index report on all the indexes with all of our charts, projections, and key levels. You will also get our Slimulator Momentum Tracker for investors and position traders, over 1,000 symbols, all built with our algorithms for directional bias and momentum. There's a chart in there that shows you how great this stuff is to see the longer term trends. You'll get our Spider Select ETF weekly review. It's once a week on the key sectors, and you're going to get great resources for trade planning with our worksheets and gain access to our Discord server for support. Go to askSlim.com, top of the page, and click the Learn More button, and you'll be able to sign up for just $10 for the next month. You don't like it, just cancel, and you'll have spent $10. Big deal, and you will see this unbelievably broad amount of information provided by Matt every single day. He does a phenomenal job on that. If you have any questions, write to Matt at askSlim.com.